Good morning and grand rising to all of you out there. First off, happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Update Show. I'm your co-host, Trey Holiday, and I am so excited today because the studio is smelling delicious. I got to throw it on over to my guy, Big O. What up, partner?
It's Friday. And we've been looking forward to today because it's Friday. It's Feel Good Friday. We got a great show lined up for everybody. We got funny man Mark Curry's going to be joining us here in a little bit. We got DJ Tops, but he's already in the building. What's up, Top? I need it from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, at some point during the day, Carlos Imani is supposed to be jumping in over here. He hooked us up. We got some food. Let me set up the food Friday cam over here. You can bring it in. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is so you guys help me out. You know, Top has this Caribbean literally. Hold on. So this one right here. What is this, Top?
You're right. Yep.
Okay, curry shrimp. Over the rice and peas.
Yes, it looks like what's that?
That's a jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken over rice and peas, and that we had what's that? Some plantain, festival fish fritters. That's
some more jerk wings.
Oh yeah, that's a bounty.
And some more jerk wings. Good stuff. So this is So this is all courtesy of Taste of the Caribbean. And actually, can we bring in that share real quick? Ooh, I'm trying to do so many things. There it is. Here's the website. What's the web address? You know, the food has me so distracted over here, but we want to be able to tell people. Tasteofthecaribbeanseattle.com. So tasteofthecaribbeanseattle.com. They got all this good stuff over here. And man, we're getting ready to get into it. Literally.
I know. Jake was back there talking about, hey, make the show quick, man. Ready to get his grab on. You know what I'm saying?
Grab brought said, listen, man, you guys need to hurry up and get off air so I can get to this food. So man, this is a well-deserved Feel Good Friday, huh?
Absolutely, man. We've been through a lot these last few weeks, man. So I just got to say, I'm excited to have Mark Curry in the building, our guy Top. First of all, I'm a huge Mark Curry fan, so I'm looking forward to being able to interview him today. That's really exciting.
All right. Well, you know, he's a comedian. So, you know, you said it real fast. I'm looking forward to the straightforward interview with Mark Curry. Hey, you know he was in Too Short's video. Ain't what is it called? Ain't something. Remember, he was the dude who was hating at the beginning of the video. Like, man, Too Short always doing this. Too Short. That was Mark Curry.
Man, he's funny.
Way back when. Yeah. So we're gonna get through these headlines here. And actually, at first I said no, I got it, but I do need your help. So our first clip here today. You know, we brought you this story. I guess it was yesterday or the day before, where it said that Black Lives Matter, the Washington State Alliance, had filed an ethics complaint against some legislators down in Olympia. If you could go ahead and play that clip for me, Alia. What's BLM? There it is. And voila. Okay. So basically, says right here, 3 state representatives rebuked ethics complaints filed against them last week by Washington Black Lives Matter Alliance that claim lawmakers made offensively inappropriate comments towards people of color at public hearings in the legislature. The complaints were against Republican lawmakers Kilpert, Graham, and Walsh. The representative said in a joint statement, it's our right and responsibility as elected lawmakers to ask and answer tough questions as we attempt to determine facts when debating future policy. We will not be intimidated or deterred by this partisan complaint. So here's the lawmakers. They're clapping back against Black Lives Matter, Washington State Alliance.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is here is that it's important for us to have some context. And I think that, you know, honestly, you guys can do some research and look at how they've actually tried to talk to and interrogate basically those that came out before that were not people of color, Black, Indigenous, you know, people of color, those from the global majority. Basically, I think that that's where, you know, Black Lives Matter Alliance was really talking about here is that, you know, in comparison to how they've questioned other folks, maybe white folks, to be honest, there's probably a bit of a difference here,
Well, what I will tell you is this, especially in the state legislature, but even in Washington, D.C., it's like these are all legislative representatives that's a small little kingdom. It's their own little fiefdom. And so, you know, I mean, they're really directly connected with the people. And so, you know, and that's why you see the representatives, whether here in our state or in Washington, D.C., like they roll at a whole beat of a whole different drum because it's directly to the exact constituents in their district. And an ethics complaint, you know, goes on the record, but, you know, I mean, people in their district are the ones who elect them. But anyways, it looks like, you know, like I said, they said it was a partisan effort to intimidate or bully legislators into silence such a dangerous course towards limiting political speech in the very arena where it should be protected most, the legislature. We'll stay on top of this. Wow. And we'll see what happens. Next one here, and Top Spin, you're a big bike rider.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Representing North Star.
Yeah, you're a big bike rider here. We'll get the next one up here, all you. Racial disparities prompt call to repeal King County's bicycle helmet law. And interesting enough, Aaron Bossett is in here, and Edwin Lido of the North Star Bike Club, and they were just saying that the bicycle helmet law is disproportionately that more Black people end up basically getting ticketed and things like that with the helmet law. And this article really talks about a lot of just bad behavior, racist behavior. You know, these guys talk about getting spit on when they're over there in Mercer Island on the bike ramp. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you, when a lot of this bike infrastructure was built here in the Seattle area, it wasn't necessarily built with a lot of people like us in mind. And now, you know, more and more people at clubs like North Star and like Peace Peloton and all these different kinds of groups are now taking advantage of the people's infrastructure that was built with the people's money. And man, it's not always so peaceful as you might expect out there on the bike racks. We got Edwin Lindo from North Star Bike Club coming in on Monday to talk about it a bit more. But yeah, it's been a lot of pushback on this helmet law.
Well, I'm glad, actually. I'm glad that, you know, folks are able to speak up. Again, I think our voices are important, and the diversity of voices is what makes for great legislation, ultimately. It shouldn't be about any one people. It should be about making sure that everybody is really accounted for, which we actually don't see often enough. So shout out to those guys who are realizing that there's disparities here that need to be called out. I'm all about calling out those disparities, man, and educating folks in the large term.
Indeed. All right, good stuff. Next up here, what do we got? Oh, so man, our brother Tony B, Rainier Avenue Radio, he talked about this town hall discussion he was going to do around Rainier Beach and the violence that's occurred in Rainier Beach in the parking lot. Looks like King 5 picked up the town hall yesterday, and Tony Black did a report. We'll play this right now.
After at least 2 recent shootings near the Safeway in Seattle's Rainier Beach neighborhood, residents held a virtual town hall tonight to voice their concerns. King 5's Tony Black tells us what we learned at the meeting and also talks about changes coming to the grocery store.
In a town hall this week, community members shared concerns about violence at the Safeway parking lot in Rainier Beach.
With the type of violence that is going on, it's not a Safeway parking lot problem, it's a Rainier Beach community problem.
I'm frustrated because this is a systemic problem.
The lot has the grocery and liquor store and other businesses, but neighbors say at night it's filled with large crowds, noise, and most recently some shootings.
And we made a lot of progress, actually. We just went ahead, we didn't go back and forth with whose responsibility it was.
Following the first town hall, Sarah Osborne from Safeway said the company was not going to wait to address some issues.
One concern the community had, as you can see, is how dimly lit the parking lot is. Well, on Wednesday, Safeway reps said better lighting and other improvements like speed bumps were coming in the next few weeks, and they were going to pay for it up front.
And though that decision was praised, community members still say they want more from city leaders and not just Safeway.
I want to hear what are some concrete steps? Are there strategy and long-term planning that is moving beyond, putting lipstick on the pig?
Something City Council member Lorena Gonzalez acknowledged.
The reality is that the Seattle South End has been disinvested in, and when we do invest in the South End of Seattle, it's at a very small amount in compared to other parts of the city.
Tony Black, King 5 News.
All right, and so I talked to Tony B as well, follow up on this, and Tony said that Rainier Avenue Radio thanks the community for their participation and bringing their voices to the forefront of this issue. And King 5 for additional coverage. Rainier Avenue radio station manager Tony B said, "We wish to plead our own cause. Too long others have spoken for us." And they're actually going to be rebroadcasting the Rainier Beach Town Hall today at 1:30.
That's great. I mean, you know, if folks weren't able to catch it when it originally aired, I'm so glad that they're able to rebroadcast it and make sure that people understand this issue from, again, a wide range of voices. Clearly, as that clip just showed there, that it wasn't just only community members. They did have Council Member President Gonzalez there as well. And that's important that they're hearing from a wide range of voices.
Tony B is on the job. Rainier Avenue Radio is doing exactly what they're supposed to do, exactly what Black media is supposed to do, be able to focus in on issues that are very specific to our community. Keep up the good work, Tony B. We're going to keep amplifying your voice over there. I see now that we have Carlos Imani in the green room. Can you bring Carlos out? We're going to give you some grace, Mr. Imani, because I know you just had that baby. And you were supposed to be on air at the very top of the show, and I'm assuming that you had some daddy duties, which made you a little bit late. But because
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, you know it's Friday. We gotta give you some grace, brother. So, anyways, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna bring up our food cam, please. Here.
Yeah.
There you go. And so now you tell us, because I think we mislabeled some things here.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I mean, you can't really go wrong with anything you order off of that menu. This is from our friends over at Taste of Caribbean over by SU. We recently did some business development with them. Right there, you got the jerk shrimp. I went in and pretty much reshot video clips and photos of their entire menu for the new menu we did. We got the jerk wings there. It's great for sharing, or if you're just a wing head. Rice and peas with everything is what I always say. And then this is our sampler. I was like, if you've never had Jamaican food or never been to this restaurant, you can't go wrong here with a little bit of everything. I get it with the festival. You can also get it with the dumpling. A little bit of love right there on one plate. But you can't go wrong. So yeah, man, we reshot all their food. We redid their entire website to make them more COVID friendly, with being closed, having to do a lot more online ordering and being able to accept those and process that quickly. And then also did designs for their new touchless QR code menu. So it's easy, just go in, you hit it with your phone and you can order what you want from there, or again, order ahead of time and come and pick it up. Right now they're just doing pickups, not delivery, but obviously working towards that.
Clearly, see, I already like our relationship here, because he delivered to us.
Hey.
And you know what? This is the first time we could remove the fruit fire cam. This is the first time in a long time that producer Nikki Barron hasn't stolen our food. Because Nikki Barron usually does the food segments, and she used to bring the food back here to the studio and me and Trey be like, "Hey." Then for like the last 6 weeks, man, all we see is a picture of Nikki and her roommate eating the food. So today we get
COVID friendly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And so real quick, Carlos, the reason why all this came together today is because your business there, the Elite Collective, you guys are doing business development, in our community and businesses, and even business beyond our community. And the Taste of the Caribbean was one of the businesses that you guys work with and changed their whole branding, their online ordering, their websites, and integrated all this technology around COVID to make it more accessible. So tell us quickly what kind of businesses what kind of services you guys do. I know I just named a few there at Elite Collective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those things from your brother Toon. It's like, the broker, right? Where it's like, man, pretty much hit us up with any of your needs. If we can't do it, we know someone that's super talented in the community that can. But our main focus is usually around visual media. So that's photo, video, websites, graphics, so you're anything from logos to menus, all of that. So at the end of the day, at the core of our business, we're brand developers, we're brand builders. And right now, a lot of our businesses, especially our Black businesses, are needing to develop and be able to compete in this COVID time.
Oh, Carlos, you know what? You guys have been evolving, seriously evolving, and another great example of what our community brilliance does. I just got to say, man, I'm loving the beard. How's the baby?
Thank you.
That extra hair right there, huh?
Yeah, this is his comfort beard. I was tempted to cut it off, but he's grown attached. So if it gets him to stop crying and gets him a little bit of comfort, it's here to stay.
Oh, that's what's a proud papa moment.
Good stuff, Carlos. But before we let you go, how can people reach you and the Elite Collective, especially small business owners, even big business owners who are looking for, basically a corporate or image rebranding, website development, graphic design? How do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so we we just redid our own website, theelitecollective.com. We're on Instagram, the.elitecollective, and same thing on Facebook, /The Elite Collective. And yeah, we're here to service small, medium businesses that either need to further develop, or if you just have an idea and you're ready to take that next step, let's get you some business cards and get you rolling.
Right on,
All right,
brother.
Carlos Imani. Look at you, see the baby Yodas back there?
Hey, look, he got his collection, man.
That's the child. We already got our Halloween costume, so be prepared to see that.
Eddie's wearing his shirt that has his face on it.
He's his branding galore.
Non-stop branding out.
Oh, you see it? You see it?
We're gonna let you live. We'll let you live. There it is.
Okay.
All right, Carlos, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, guys. Happy Friday.
Yep. Man, this is, well, first of all, this is it's good. A lot of people might not know, but me and Carlos, we actually go back years. I know the director's going to tell me, oh, respace yourself here. There you go. We go back almost 15, 20 years, Carlos Imani. But I'll tell you, when Converge, as we know it now, Converge 4 years ago, and we were like, man, we're trying to get this thing going. Carlos Imani there from day one. Also DJ Topspin from day one. And so people see Converge what it is right now, but it's people like Carlos Imani and people like a Topspin who was there 4 years ago when we initially launched this. And it's great to see Carlos continue to thrive and innovate. Elite Collective, they do a lot. They also have that photo booth.
Yeah, I love their photo booth. And
photo booth.
To be honest, this is exactly what it means being from community, because Carlos and I go back 20 years. So it's great to be able to, touch base with people that that are just true to who they are. And Carlos picked up that cameraman and he has not stopped since, bruh.
Yeah. Actually, our first wireless mics for the Morning Update show, which turns 1 year, March 19th. So next month's our 1 year anniversary. Remember, we was on the stick mics, and then Carlos was like, man, that doesn't look good on TV. I got some wireless for you. And Carlos Imani brought us the wireless mics when the Morning Update show first started. All right, I think we can get back to a few more headlines here as we wait for Mr. Curry to get into the green room. What do we got? See, it's a different setup. I'm letting everybody know. I got all this food in front of me, and so my computer's over here. Oh, Lehigh. Okay, this is a good one. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Oh yeah. From market rate to affordable, Low Income Housing Institute buying brand new Capitol Hill apartment building. This is from the Capitol Hill Times, Justin Carter. Newly constructed Capitol Hill apartment building, destined to become one of the neighborhood's market rate housing, will instead be used for affordable housing. With a mixed public financing, Low Income Housing Institute, Lehigh, says that it's buying the newly constructed 7-story, 76-unit apartment development on 600 blocks of East Howe. Lehigh announced the deal last year, but the Times brought out more information yesterday, and $18.2 million. I think a lot of people know Lehigh for the tiny houses and the tiny house villages. So it looks like, man, they're stepping their game up here. And they're buying a 76-unit apartment building. It was there on Capitol Hill, $18.2 million.
Yeah, shout out to Lehigh. They're doing a lot of great work out here in the community. That's one example of it. And they're also really partnering with a lot of the Black churches that have property that are looking to develop, looking to bring affordable housing onto their lots. So honestly, they are diversifying the housing right here in Capitol Hill, a Central District neighborhood, South End. They're doing that work. And it's important that that work gets done from a perspective of understanding why we need housing diversity. We definitely need more affordable units. And I'm glad that this building will be one of them, Mo.
Yeah. City definitely needs housing. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird because people, depending on who you talk to, I guess the numbers don't lie. There's still an influx of people coming to the city. Property values are raising and everything else. But then people talk about that there might, at least downtown and parts of areas of Seattle, that there might be too much space. Yeah. And which also, then in turn, it's market supply demand. But either way, Lehigh, 76 units. And our last headline here, go ahead and fill this one up. This comes from our partners over at the South Seattle Emerald, written by Ansel Hers. Representative Marilyn Strickland talks about historic first session in Congress. Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland made history in January, becoming the first Korean-American woman ever elected to Congress and the first African-American representative from the state of Washington. A former Tacoma mayor and head of the Seattle Chamber of Commerce, she succeeded Denny Heck as the congressperson for the 10th district, and that's Tacoma, Lakewood, Puyallup, and Olympia, where they said they have a median income of $55,000. And yeah, she won very handedly. And this is in the South Seattle Emerald. Go check that out. Representative Marilyn Strickland, definitely a trailblazer.
There we go. I mean, I gotta say, you know it, it's coming. Oh, Black woman magic. I mean, clearly, you know,
the link.
I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. It's only right. It's Feel Good Friday, and that's another example of giving young Black women out there another way to see themselves as a part of this process. And then we think it's so important. We talk about it here on the Morning Update Show all the time, that you need to take your stake back in this country, take your claim, and be involved in the civic engagement process. So I love being able to see more and more representatives that look like us, that are at the Congress level, that are at all levels of civic engagement. It really does give, you know, young Black women and those who are maybe even non-binary, but those that see somebody like, man, Representative Marilyn, man, that's a beautiful thing. And, you know, honestly, a great expanding career, you know, just kept it going, man.
Yeah, well, you know, it's that just, you know, Tacoma though has had a lot of, even, you know, on the state level and now they're in Congress. So Tacoma's had a lot of Black representation in politics there. You know, they just have, and I mean, part of it's the demographic that's down there in the Tacoma area. So it's good there for Representative Strickland. Hey, we're going to take a short break right now. Break one. When we come back, Feel Good Friday continues here on the Morning Update Show.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap-ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own, tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Update Show. My name is Omari Salisbury, joined by Trey on a holiday. And so we're waiting. You know, this guy might be a real funny guy, Mark Curry. We're waiting for him to log on. He's down there in Tacoma at Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club right now. Were you at the show last night, Top?
Yes, I was DJ, as a matter of fact.
Mark's not hungover, is he?
Can either confirm or deny. Nah, you shouldn't. I mean,
all right. Well, we're waiting for Mark to come in on the video link. It looks like they're having some technical difficulty there. But Trey, this actually gives us a few minutes here, which is cool because we don't ever really get a minute to rap about something unless it's somebody else's issue or somebody else's story or somebody else's, you know, pressing in the community. Man, I think it's a good opportunity. Let me ask you, what are you thankful for?
Oh, that's a really great question. And to be honest, I just wrote a piece in Councilmember Teresa Mosqueda's newsletter. And I literally said, I am thankful for the village that helped to build me and that continues to pour into me. My co-host and partner, Big O, was a part of that journey for me. He continues to be. I'm so inspired by Omari's dedication. I'm grounded by my white king's brilliance and him always being willing to be led by community. I'm so thankful and honored by, Dr. Mims, who continues to pour into me, my parents who are just my rock, my anchors, and my sons who always just keep me going. They empower me to do this work because I do it for them. You know what I mean? I know I've talked a bit this week about Judas and the Black Messiah, but I can't almost stop talking about it because honestly, that was a real opportunity for me to pour into my sons and for them to understand that this work of Black liberation and Black organizing is always going to be attacked from a multifaceted perspective, and that I have to stay grounded and rooted in their futures so that I continue to press on, man, in peace and love and joy, keeping all that at the heart of what I do. So thank you for asking. Oh, I could go on and on, but ultimately, I'm so appreciative of all of those that have helped build me. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, I was going to say something else, and I'll still say it. But the first thing that I'll say I'm thankful for is our viewers and their comments. And it's actually, we got this Lehigh article here. It started a bit of a storm here in our comments. I would say this. So one, I'm thankful that we have a place for diversity of views and everything else. Secondly, though, homelessness. Every time we bring up homelessness, houselessness, unhoused here on our platform, we get so much feedback, and especially from our viewers. I think that we might want to put something together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Converge is good for, is being able to put different, because I think that one thing we know for sure is that it's a wide, when you say homelessness or unhoused, it's such a wide category that, you do a disservice not really addressing all of those things. So, I don't think we proclaim to be experts on it, but maybe we can put something together and we can have all the different experts around homelessness and everything come here. And, as usual, I think there's probably a lot of people who are doing good work, but they never reach a platform. Mm-hmm. And then you got people who probably aren't doing anything, but it's like, it's like it goes, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I think that's a good thing for us to follow up on. And for me, I'd say what I'm thankful for. First of all, I remember we used to do this on Fridays. We haven't done this in a while. First of all, I'm thankful for you, Trey Holiday. And you're always looking so sharp. Facts. Yeah, facts. Trey Holiday is always looking sharp on here. But I'm extremely thankful for our viewers, for our supporters. And, it's such a special connection that we've reached with our audience, because it goes well beyond them just viewing and things like that. And it really goes beyond. One thing I really like about our viewers as well is like, man, they don't, and it's kind of what we always talk about. They don't always agree, but people always make an effort to try to understand. And that's where we came out with Converge. It was like, man, we ain't all gonna agree, but let's try to make a real effort to understand. And beyond that, though, of course, man, I'm thankful for these kids. That's what keeps getting me up at 4:45 every morning. Like, oh man. Be ready to sleep in. I mean, man, these kids. Gotta do it again. and all that good stuff. All right, it looks like they're still having some technical difficulty down there, but it's a show business and the show must go on. So we're gonna rearrange the order. When we come back, we've got the culture creator himself, Garfield High School's own, the Central District's own DJ Topspin. You're watching the Morning Update Show.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't missing my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own, tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media. Oh, there we go. All right. Is that right, Aya? I'm good. Okay. Made that fast switch, you know, as O just said, in the show business, we got to go with the flow. But I am so excited to be bringing on our next guest, man, as O just gave us such a great introduction. Man, the Central District's own, Garfield High's own, my friend, my guy, DJ Topston. What's up, Top?
I'm in a good place. How you doing, Drea?
Hey, you know what? I'm in a great place too, man. Anytime we can share space, it's always going to be a great place.
Indeed.
But Omari actually has a little throwback for us. We're going to take it back to the days of the tip jar.
With everything it feels so.
Jamming. Oh my gosh, almost 1 full year ago there.
Man, it's so great to see what you guys have done in that time and space, and even that from this being born out of a response to COVID, and to see where it's come out of that is really great to see.
Yeah, thanks, Top. You know, the thing is that I know at Converge, it was like, wait a minute, how do we have the widest range impact that we possibly can? And I loved the tip jar. That's where I really I think, fell in love with your own blends, man. You were bringing in an innovative way. You have a different type of ear, brother.
Man, that's I've leaned into that over the years, especially, you know, kind of taking on the Blendiana Jones moniker, and even that was a return to my beginnings. You know, our first mixtapes were the beginning to blend and the blend of time. So becoming or adding Blendiana Jones to it made sense, just because my priority is the ear. Like, I want you to hear, like, man, I'm in my own mind saying, man, can you hear that? I want to transmit what I hear that's special, you know, special mixtures to the public. And I really enjoyed having Tip Jar as that platform.
You know, I gotta say one more thing about it too was, man, that was back at our other studios, man, and I would come out, man, and Tip would be whistling. You guys don't understand the phenomenal talent this brother has with his whistling.
The turntable whistler, that's another, you know, AKA, you know, it's with hip hop, you got millions of aliases, and I definitely have infused that into these sets. You know, having the whistling echo out and just have it be a whole another harmonic layer to layer on top of what I'm already doing harmonically. So I just try to have fun with my artistry and supply something fresh for your ears.
You know what? And you know, you're absolutely right. DJing is an art form. And we know that was one of the sectors hit hard by COVID. I mean, you know, artists across the spectrum, DJs, you know, singers, so many people have tried to find innovative ways of keeping it going. How have you been doing that as a DJ?
I have actually, since Tip Jar, I mean, that was actually pretty, you know, on the forefront, as, you know, different platforms like Twitch were discovered by musicians, because Twitch was already happening like for gamers. Yeah. So when a lot of the DJs headed over to Twitch, and there's still great DJs there, and there's a great presence, I've actually revisited it recently to see how I can re-enter that trajectory. But I've just kind of been in my kind of creative bag and enjoying trying to create as well as enjoy some of the great music that has been released. Like, my comrade Vitamin D, he's released 3 EPs thus far called Flips, where he's just really flipping original sample sources and just transforming how they're presented. I've kind of gotten back into my production bag, but I've also leaned into my harmony ear. I've been on my remix tip. I've kind of dropped a new intro remix, Kev Brown remix. I actually have a Brandy remix tape that's about to drop, and you can actually expect to see a video. I have a video mix for it first. So I'm gonna kind of explore the multimedia aspect of artistry. It's gonna drop as a video mixtape, then the remixes will be available. And even that was sort of born out of other COVID innovations like Versus, you know, after seeing, you know, Brandy and Monica, and just having a lot of fun seeing all the different verses, you know, Jill Sky, Erica, and even that is a great COVID, you know, innovation, which I gotta say, my man D-Funk from OK Player is the true author of Versus. He had the first idea online. He was like, I wonder if would it be dope if like Missy and or Timbaland and Pharrell something like that got on and just showed like all kind of exclusive stuff, B-side stuff that we never heard, and he put that out into the atmosphere first. Swiss and Timbaland, they may have had something like that on the back burner, but Missy actually responded to his tweet like, yeah, let's do it. Like, so even that was like, oh my goodness, we have the fan engagement, and really that's kind of really taken over too, or just kind of amplified, because social media really is for artists, that way to get direct fan reaction and just stay in contact and really, for a fan, it's really great to be able to know that the star that you're looking up to is hearing you, and to get that kind of reaction, and then to see what Versus has turned into is kind of wild.
It is, man. It's become like a full-fledged production, honestly. And it's like, I loved the Brandy and Monica one, to be honest. Like, that was like, okay, my bag, really. That was like the music I grew up on. So I'm loving to hear you say that. As a DJ, you have other things going on too. I know that you're a part of, Nate Jack, like his whole comedy show.
Indeed,
Tell us more about, the gigs that you're able to pick up right now, even during COVID.
Well, at least last year, I was able to keep up my gigs. I have a residency at M Bar, which is a rooftop bar. So being seen in that light, as far as on Fridays, my Friday night flight residency was still in effect. So I'm viewed in a light of outdoor, at least. So at least through last summer, I was called upon to do a lot of outdoor stuff, 4th of July and all these park jams and whatnot, which is really kind of the hip hop essence anyways. But I really did feel blessed to be able to still have work, because most of the DJs really weren't doing much of anything because we're so reliant on public assembly. But with Nate Jackson, he's been a good friend of mine for a while. I was a DJ for his first. I was actually in the room when he came up with the Super Funny Comedy Show at his family's annual barbecue. He was in this with his sister. I remember where he came up with the concept, and I DJ'd like the first year out there on 6th Avenue Bar and Grill. And so to see him go to LA and just his trajectory, I've always been super proud of it. And it's the same effect he has on everybody. Everybody looks at Nate like, this guy has just followed his dream the right way, and his energy and has brought him all the positivity that he just seems to continue to walk into. So yes, you can catch me at Super Funny Comedy Club at least or one of the 3 days that shows occur every weekend. The shows are Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday have 2 shows, early and late. But yes, I'm definitely a part of his movement. We talked about the Brandy remix tape that has mostly some Jay Dilla stuff or remixes, because I'm a fan of his frequency as well. But in that same vein, I also have a video interview with Young Guru when he was in town a few months back that will be helping to launch Converge Music, which is the music wave of Converge, which was great to have after Tip Jar, because even with Tip Jar, it's cool to DJ and whatnot, but a lot of times even with this online, DJs are now DJing more often than you would if there was no COVID. Like I don't DJ 5 days a week. Nothing wrong with people who have gone and built up their online listenership to do that, but I was just pausing, and the emergence of Converge Music is a perfect way for me to pivot. So look forward to that before the month is out, as this is Black History as well as Jay Dilla Month.
There we go, man. Oh my God. Give it up for Top. I just got to say, I'm a huge fan, to be honest. And so I'm really excited to sit down with you anytime we can get you in the studio, man. This has been such a great, it's like family once again, rejoin. This has been such a great feel good Friday. We're going to keep it going, guys, right after this break. You're watching the Morning Update Show.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap-ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle Seattle's own. Tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers, and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
I'll show your mics off. Oh, okay. Thank you. I said Nate Jackson's a cold piece of work because see, Topspin's over here telling us, he was like, man, when I was on air, Nate Jackson was texting me saying I had something on my lip. But Nate, a comedian, so you don't know if he's just trying to throw you off. Or if you really had something on your lip.
Glad you got it. He got it in the end.
All right. Well, it looks like they're getting it together down there. This is like it's more complicated than NASA landing that rover on Mars the other day. Whatever they got going on down there in Tacoma with this link with Mark Curry. But you know, the best thing is, and we don't ever really talk about it. And the next time I'm gonna interview Top. You know, me and DJ Topspin have literally been around the world together, 100%. And so when I very first went to Tanzania in 2004, people were like, yo, man, we're just trying to get an American DJ over here, throw a Christmas party. And so Top is my guy. You know, and back then, see, everybody, Africa's cool now. But, you know, like 17 years ago, when you're like, hey, man, you want to go over to Africa and, you know, and DJ a party, everybody be looking at me all crazy, right? But it's like Top was like, yo, let's go. And it was that British Airways flight was crazy. It was layover. They was giving us like cheese and tomato sandwiches on the plane. But anyway, we got to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And, you know, you thinking it's just going to be like some party, like, you know, at a venue or something. It was at a place called Leaders Club. And man, tens of thousands of people out there, right? And so what, I mean, you came to Tanzania. We went to Tanzania together like 4 or 5 times. Went to Bahrain a few times, went to Dubai a few times. So me and Top, literally from the Central District of Seattle, from James A. Garfield High School, me and DJ Topspin been all the way around the world together so many times.
It's beautiful. And, you know, I love that you say that because honestly, I'm glad you took up the torch, Top, to go out there in Africa because honestly, man, that was some of the best times when I was out there, some of the best clubs with the best music. And I love hearing that they were looking for an American DJ. Because let's be honest, we say it all the time, man. Black culture, man, it drives people, man, in a way that is unprecedented. Shout out to both of y'all, man.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It looks like Mark Curry is ready back there.
Let's get it.
All right, we're gonna roll the dice on this one. Oh yeah, please bring in Mark Curry. Hello.
So what does that mean, Rob? What's that mean? You may.
Where's our sound? Mark. Oh, we're missing our
the sound.
Yeah.
Look, he's got.
I see his frame is breaking there.
He's doing his moves.
No,
he's breaking.
I don't know. But what we will do though, because this is awkward, is we're gonna remove Mark. Huh?
Hello.
There we go. What's up?
Yes.
Oh, it's your connection.
I was using telepathy to see if we could communicate. And apparently, is a delay.
Telepathy.
Hearing this?
Yeah. Yo, yeah, man, we hearing you. You know, this is Tacoma people gonna get mad, but this is
Okay.
probably gonna be Tacoma.
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it.
What's the problem?
It's choppy. It's doing this. Chop, chop.
Oh.
We gonna give you a second.
that?
You know, Nate Jackson, besides being a comedian and a club owner, is an IT specialist. So we're gonna put you back in the green room real quick, and let's see if Nate can get you connected.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, he already was coming with the funnies, though. He's like, look, I was using telepathy so y'all could hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day. Man, most comedians are. It's like you have to be. You got to be ready to be on your toes. And when you're talking about, comedians' lifestyle, man, they go from one small venue to another small venue. As Nate was even saying yesterday, oftentimes, he was like, look, from touring, he was like, I had some ideas about what to bring into a new space to make sure that, folks had their own green rooms. Hey, let's make sure we got the fresh air HVAC system. I mean, the stuff he was talking about yesterday is really innovative in terms of things he hasn't seen in a lot of clubs. But you got to give it up for comedians, man. They deal with hecklers in the audience. They got to be on their toes, man.
You got to give it up for live show directors like Aya D. Alessandro, who's dealing with like, can I hear someone? Can I see him? We're in the green room. Still, it's kind of shy. We're gonna give it one more shot though. Why don't you go ahead and see if we can reconnect
now? Oh, we good? Now, what is going on? Can you hear?
Or cell phone connection.
Yeah.
Y'all not on Wi-Fi. It's the same thing out. Converge.
Yeah, Converge.
Can you hear me?
We heard that part.
All right, so here's your man. We just got we got a bad connection, Mark, which is crazy. But hold on, we're gonna take care of everything here. But
They got me in Motel 6.
Hey, you say, see, we hear it. Listen, the crazy, you can tell Mark Curry's timing is so good because we only hearing like every third word, but he's still landing. Boom, 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 boom.
But I whoosh.
Oh, I also Tanzania.
Oh, okay. See, every word we hear.
I love the my side.
The Maasai. Yes, the Maasai tribe.
This is
my side tribe from Texas. Your outfit. I love your outfit because sometimes you can blend in. People can't.
Okay.
Truth. Just for you, Mark. I wore it just for you.
And I'm sorry we have the technical going on. I'm sorry. Tell Miles.
Now, the best thing is, this the neighborhood network. So, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We gonna make it work. But hold on. Let me play something for everybody here real quick. It's just like 15, 20 seconds.
What's my theme music?
Take a minute. Look at we in here dancing. So
I'm a big fan.
Thank you. I'm a big album. It was great. I love that. Intimidation. That was deep. Right with it. You're the only female doing something like that. Spoke. It was awesome.
There we go.
Hey, well, Mark is down there at Nate Jackson's super funny comedy show. Was there last night. He's there tonight. It was there throughout the whole weekend.
Yep.
And Trey Holiday. This is Nate Jackson. I'm gonna let you read this. You can go ahead and zoom in on Trey because that's the program for tonight. So we'll let Trey talk to your people.
Well, I'm excited because Nate is letting us know that Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay.
No, just scroll past them photos.
Oh, okay. Look. Okay.
It's
at the bottom. Okay. That there's gonna be tickets tonight, ladies free. 4 free tickets to see Mark Curry. Send your name, number, and email to info@superfunnycomedyclub.com. There's a 2-drink minimum. It's only 25% capacity, but 100% good times. And you know what? What?
No, I was just saying that it's not just for.
It's not just for ladies.
It's not. No, I'm just saying it's not just 4 seats altogether. He's opening up capacity.
It's ladies
25%.
Ladies gotta go.
Yeah.
Ladies come out. We got tables of 4. Get out the house. Dust on them.
Yeah, dust it off, man. You're gonna see me tonight. I'm be there tonight. And it's so funny too. Oh, yesterday people were hitting me up. Wait a minute, what's that site? Where do I gotta get my tickets? All the ladies were hitting me up. So many people excited to see you, Mark Curry. I'm gonna be there tonight. I'm excited.
And make sure, ladies, on your lace fronts, put them in the knees. Because a lot of ladies' fronts have been freezing over their eyes, showing the freeze. Take away, then put it on, ladies.
You said make sure it's right, huh? Make sure it's right and tight.
Listen, hey, Mark, we gonna let you know. We're gonna let you go right now. Clearly, just connecting here is probably draining half the internet out of Tacoma. The 253's data link is down, so we gonna let you go. And man, I look forward to catching you tonight down there at Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club. And welcome to the Pacific Northwest, brother.
All right, man. Thank you. Too short.
He got funny.
Oh man, yo. So the thing is wild, right? Because we could only hear every 3rd or 4th word, but we knew what he was saying. This is a good comedian. So
you know what I'm saying?
Because you hear lace front.
Right,
and
tight.
then he kept doing his hat to let you know it was off. He let you know, put them lashes on right.
All right, and so what's that information again? And this is, the best thing is about this, and clearly people see we're really pushing Nate and really pushing the comedy show and everything else. And this isn't. Can you bring the camera up on me? This isn't paid promotion. This isn't advertising package. This isn't like, Converge, can you promote? This is our brother who was like, the governor just opened up the whole, for the state. I've had all this stuff that was booked, it kept changing the dates and everything else. And Nate Jackson was like, man, brothers, how can we get the word out? And, I think that's the best thing about Converge, about just being community media and everything else, is that people in the community come to us like, hey, man, we got a problem. And you know what I'm saying? It's a labor of love to be able to help people in our community. And so, again, that's tonight, tomorrow. You got something you want to add?
Before the show's out?
Yeah, don't worry. When we get the food, Tom's been keep trying to get back on screen.
No.
But Mark Curry, right there at Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club down there in Tacoma. And again, Triana gave the information there for groups of 4. So they said, ladies, and if you need to come in groups of 4 because every table fits 4. So that's what I was saying, is that all the tables. So you come by yourself, you're gonna be in a table by yourself. Everybody's gonna be looking at you like, man, why are you taking up a whole table? Where's everybody else? So get 3 of your friends. And what's the email address again?
Yeah, the email for that is info@superfunnycomedyclub.com. Send your name, your email, and they will respond back to make sure that your tickets are confirmed. I know I'm gonna try to be out there tonight. Hopefully I'm not alone. My girls come through. Let's do this.
All right. Okay, what'd you say, Tom?
Actually, I do have one more thing to mention. It's pretty pivotal, though. I'm also involved with the Soul of Seattle online chef network.
Self-promotion over here.
You're talking about what you were doing as far as the COVID and virtually. So I'll be DJing with Questlove next Friday.
From the Roots?
Yes, next Friday online. It's the closing party for the Soul of Seattle. He's gonna be virtual. It's gonna be.
All right, so we'll have you back here next Friday morning.
Yep.
And then we'll put you here, and so you can plug it a bit closer, maybe.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big deal. Questlove. Yeah, I know Questlove is one with the big afro, right?
Yeah. Drummer for the Roots and Jimmy Fallon and all that. Yeah. And now he's a Sundance film winner. He just won an award for directing a movie, and I just saw his Twitter.
I like this setup here. We're gonna have to make a change to the set configuration.
Yeah, man, exactly.
We used to have way back when three guests, 3 people on set. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick. We're gonna go to break 1, please, and we'll be right back. And then we're getting ready to get out of here.
I know.
You're watching the Morning Update Show.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own, tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
All right, welcome back to the Morning Update Show. This was a real feel-good Friday. We haven't had like one of these in a long time, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
We're intentional about it, though.
No, a great lineup. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Converge team for the lineup, because really that's what it's about. We had some great stories, showcasing our stories. And you know what? Honestly, these smells, we can't do nothing but be having smiles on our faces today.
Yeah, big shout out to, of course, to Mark Curry, who we heard every fourth word, but his timing was just right. Converge. Tanzania. Lace front. So to Mark Curry. And also Carlos Imani of Elite Collective, elitecollective.com, talked about business development that they're doing as far as marketing and advertising for small businesses, big businesses too. And one of those businesses that he worked with was Taste of the Caribbean. You can check them out as well. It's Taste of the Caribbean in Seattle.com. And thank you, Taste of the Caribbean, for this great food that we're getting ready to pop into right now. Any last words before we get out of here?
You know what? Shout out to everybody who was here today. It really was a great show, man. Love having DJ Topspin in the building with us. Hey. Always bringing the vibes and the good energy, man. And you know what? Honestly, this has been great. Make it a great Friday, guys.
What you left out is Topspin also brings his long-windedness.
He's
always ready, though.
I got so much going on. I'm sorry.
He said he has it at the top, at the top of the page.
I need to write it down.
That's why he translates through the ones and twos. Okay, so what we got going on this week? I guess we're good. Maybe we'll get some rest this weekend. We have some replays. So we got a replay tomorrow at 2:00 of the Rewind with Besa. We're replaying her latest episode this Saturday, and then she has a new episode next Saturday. And then Sunday at 8 p.m., Truly Unruly, former Seattle Seahawk Marcus Trufant and his wife Jessica. Those guys, man, their podcast is dope. Mm-hmm. And otherwise, well, I will say, remember to go forward in your purpose, go forward in your humanity. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you Monday at 11 a.m. Peace.
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 Lift every voice and sing till earth in heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise. song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing it again now. The victory is won. Victory is won. Victory is won. Won.